Don't scroll away. Please just stop for a second. Just breathe. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. I know this looks like just another video or another post, but I'm asking you to lean in. This might not be random. This might not be just another moment in your day. This could be heaven reaching out to you. This might be your divine interruption. A holy pause. The moment your soul has been waiting for. If there's even a small part of you that has ever believed in angels, if you've ever felt something you couldn't explain, a presence near you, a strange protection in the middle of chaos, then listen. This message is not an accident. You didn't stumble across these words by mistake. You were brought here, divinely guided, not to scare you, but to wake something up inside you. Something sacred. Something sleeping but still alive. Something around you has shifted. And if you're honest, you felt it. You just couldn't explain it. There's been a tug in your chest. A strange heaviness or a subtle tension. A whisper in the background of your thoughts. A knowing that something isn't quite right. You thought it was stress. You told yourself it's just life, or hormones, or exhaustion. But your spirit knows better. Your spirit has been trying to speak up, and now, heaven is stepping into hell. Lately, you've been feeling off. Unsettled. Like something inside you is foggy or out of rhythm. You keep trying to explain it away. You blame it on being tired, on things changing, on pressure. But deep inside, there's a quiet voice that keeps saying, something's not right. That's not fear. That's not overthinking. That's divine awareness. That's heaven trying to get a message through. And maybe it's been subtle. Maybe it's been that moment where you pause. Where your hand hesitates before taking a pill. Where you stop before reaching for something that used to help you cope. That hesitation, it's not weakness. It's not random. It's spiritual. It's heaven pulling on your heart. God is whispering through your instincts. Speaking through your discomfort. Responding to the quiet prayers you whispered when no one else could hear. Let me be clear, you are not a failure. You are not being punished. God is not angry with you. But He is near. Watching. Speaking. Trying to guide you gently but firmly. And this is one of those moments where heaven leans in closer, because something in your spirit is finally ready to listen. He didn't come with thunder this time. He didn't shake the earth. He came with a whisper. A soft but powerful truth wrapped in love. It might not feel dramatic, but it's divine. Because sometimes, the most life-changing moments happen in the quiet. You trusted something to help you. Maybe it was a prescription. Maybe a friend told you it worked for them. Maybe you found it yourself looking for comfort, looking for healing. And maybe, for a while, it helped. But now something feels different. It doesn't feel right anymore. It doesn't sit the same. Your soul is telling you something, and it's time to listen. You've been more tired. Not just in your body but in your spirit. Your thoughts have been cloudy. Your emotions feel flat. Your energy feels drained. And you don't feel like yourself. That's not weakness. That's not failure. That's your soul waving a red flag. That's heaven saying, pay attention. Because what once helped is now holding you back. What you used to turn to for peace now feels like a prison. What once felt like medicine now feels like a mask. And the mask is starting to slip. You can feel it. Heaven is no longer staying silent. Not because you're in trouble, but because you're in transition. This is a holy wake-up call. A divine moment. Not based in fear but in love. In protection. In purpose. Because God heard your prayer. You might be forgotten when you prayed it. It could be even a whisper, a cry, a journal entry. But you asked. You asked for truth. You asked for clarity. And now, heaven is answering. An angel has been walking beside you. Not judging. Not condemning. Just watching. Watching you as you reached for the thing you thought would help. Sitting with you in the silence. Staying close when your heart was heavy. That angel saw the purity of your heart. You weren't trying to self-destruct. You were trying to survive. And heaven understands that. The angel cried. Because heaven saw your intention. Saw your heart. Saw how you tried. And now, the whisper is growing louder. Because what you trusted is quietly draining you. Not all at once. But slowly. Silently. And heaven cannot let that continue. This is not guilt. This is awakening. You're not in danger, you're being protected. You're not being punished, you're being redirected. And you're being loved fiercely through it all. Have you noticed your sleep changing, waking up in the middle of the night sometimes at the exact same time? Have your dreams felt heavier, more emotional, more strange? Have you felt restless in your chest, even when your mind tells you everything should be fine? That's not a coincidence. That's not just anxiety. That's spiritual activity. Your soul is being stirred. Heaven is speaking. And your spirit is wide awake, even if your body is still catching up. You are being called into something deeper. Something greater. Something you can't step into half awake. You can't be numb anymore. Not when so much is about to change. Not when heaven is preparing to reveal what's been hidden. This is not about medicine. It's not about therapy or treatment plans or diagnoses. It's about alignment. It's about your calling. It's about your destiny. Heaven is asking you to stop. To slow down. To ask again, God, is this still for me? Pay attention to your body. To your peace. To the shifts. You've been brushing off the signs. But your soul hasn't. Your spirit has been taking notes. And now, it's time to act. Heaven is inviting you into a fast. Not just from food, but from anything you've been taking in the name of healing that is now blocking your clarity. A spiritual detox. A sacred pause. And no, you don't need to throw everything away today. You don't need to panic. But you do need to ask. honestly, without fear. God, is this still helping me or is it holding me back? Think about how you feel after you take it. Not just physically but spiritually. Do you feel free or do you feel foggy? Do you feel closer to God or more disconnected from yourself? These are the questions that matter now. This isn't a message for everyone. But if it's for you, you know. Your heart is pounding. Your eyes are watering. Your spirit is nodding, even if your mind is scrambling to understand. Because truth has a vibration. And your soul recognizes it when it speaks. You're not being punished. You're being preserved. Protected. Prepared. God is guarding your vision. Guarding your gift. Because your purpose is too important to be drowned in fog. You've been in a war. Not just mental. Not just physical. A spiritual war. And something you trusted has been interfering with your clarity. With your divine sensitivity. With your connection to God. But now, something's breaking. A veil is lifting. A shift is happening. And heaven is inviting you into the next level. You're being called into a clearer mind. A stronger spirit. A more powerful voice. You can't afford to walk through life in a daze anymore. Not now. Not with what's ahead. The enemy would love to keep you numb. To keep you stuck. But God is stepping in. This is your moment. A sacred decision point. A divine invitation to trust again. To rise again. To say yes to the kind of healing that brings real peace, not just escape. Real healing doesn't cost your clarity. It doesn't cloud your spirit. It restores your soul. And that's what God is offering now. You are not broken. You are sensitive. And that's not a flaw. That's a gift. Your sensitivity is holy. You weren't created to be numb. You were created to feel deeply, love fiercely, and carry light into darkness. You are not a condition. You are not a label. You are not a lost cause. You are a temple. A divine vessel. Fearfully and wonderfully made. What you allow into your body must align with the sacred design God placed over your life. Right now, your name is being spoken in the Spirit. Angels are moving. Scrolls are being opened. Your destiny is being announced in heavenly places. And clarity is being released over your life. You've been soul tired. And now God is revealing the reason. It's not just pressure. It's not just your job. It's what you've been consuming. What you've been leaning on. And God is stepping in before it costs you more. You were about to say yes to something that looked like relief but wasn't meant for you. And heaven interrupted. This message is that interruption. A holy reroute. Heaven whispering, there's still time. You don't have to go that way. That unease you felt, that stirring you couldn't shake, it's not anxiety. It's your angel. Whispering, pause. Look again. Trying to rescue you before the cost becomes too great. You're not crazy. You're not dramatic. You're not imagining things. You're waking up. And with awakening comes clarity. And with clarity comes responsibility. So the next time your hand reaches out, pause. Just breathe. And pray. God, is this still for me? Wait for the whisper. Wait for the peace. It will come. This message won't leave you. Not to haunt you, but to protect you. You'll feel it in your dreams. Hear it when you open that cabinet. Sense it when you try to go numb again. Because heaven is not letting you go. If you choose to pause even just for a little while, you'll feel the shift. The fog will lift. Your spirit will clear. Your prayers will gain strength. And your peace will return. You were meant to hear this now. Not last year. Not someday in the future. But today. Because something big is coming. A shift. A window. A divine opportunity. And you need to be fully awake to step into it. This isn't just a warning. It's an answer to the prayer you didn't even know how to put into words. Your soul cried out, and heaven heard. And this message is the reply. You didn't recognize the angel the first time, you were too tired. The second time, you felt uneasy. The third time, your body reacted. The fourth time, your heart knew. And now, this message. The confirmation. Maybe someone gave you what you're taking. Maybe it worked for them. But you're different. You are set apart. You are chosen. And chosen ones walk differently. The heaviness you've been feeling, it didn't come from God. But the light that's coming, that's Him. He's lifting the veil. Clearing the fog. Restoring your vision. This isn't about what you're holding on to. It's about what you're ready to release. Heaven is already working. And the process has begun. Soon, people will ask you, what changed? And you'll look back and say, there was a moment, and heaven spoke. And I listened. You're not behind. You're not broken. You're not forgotten. You are deeply loved. Fully seen. Powerfully protected. And divinely prepared. Let the peace come in. Let the clarity flood back. Let the truth rise inside you again. You weren't made to shrink. You were made to rise. And rise, you will. You are stepping fully into the power I placed within you. Divine messages, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's $10, $20, $50 or more, your generosity helps us share these angelic messages with the world. Together, we can build a community of faith, hope, and love.